No power. Weak. We gotta get this door open so we can use that machine.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another edition of Nazi Zombies, where, man, it has been so long since I've done some zombie stuff, or Nazi zombie stuff, rather, I should say, because, let me get one thing straight. There is a big difference between what is now known as just zombies and Nazi zombies, and Nazi zombies, man, I do love me some Nazi zombies. Now, zombies, not so much. Not so much anymore. That train, unfortunately, if you're a big fan of my zombies works, is that ship has sailed into the deep blue yonder. Wait. But I'm not gonna lie though, this was actually inspired. I was inspired to do this by recent comments on the old latest Black Ops 2 video, saying from some guys like, hey Bruce, really miss your zombies work. You should try playing some zombies sometime. And I sort of told them what I pretty much tell everyone who asks for zombies these days. Not really a big fan of the series anymore, so, I wouldn't count on it. And it's like, why the hell don't you like the other co-op games I do, like Killing Floor and Mass Effect 3, and, well, actually, I didn't really say that directly, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why zombies is so much more popular than those two things. I feel like as a co-op experience goes, player versus horde type mode, I feel those two games do the job a lot better than zombies ever, even Nazi zombies, which I do really like. I don't know, maybe someone can explain it to me. Maybe, I guess, with zombies, you can just hop in and play, whereas with Killing Floor and especially Mass Effect 3, it does take a time investment, and Nazi zombies does not require time investment either. You just, if you know what to do, you can get all the best stuff. It's readily available, easily accessible, that sort of thing. So I guess from that point of view, I sort of get it. So maybe that's the case, but still. I mean, if you like Nazi zombies that much, maybe you should be looking at some of these other co-op games that are out there. So, as to why, zombies sort of lost favor with me, I feel like with Nazi zombies, maybe it could be a case, I'm getting old and feeling nostalgic about these maps, and that could be a possibility. I am getting up there in age. 26 years old. It's like, back in my day, cartoons had a point to them, and had adult themes like X-Men and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you look at Rocko's Modern Life and stuff, and there was some pretty nasty stuff going on back there that, me, a child, wouldn't understand, that sort of thing. But Nazi Zombies, I mean, it's simplistic, it's... the maps aren't too big, it wasn't big on the Easter egg thing. Oh my god, they really drove those Easter eggs, that Easter egg crap into the ground. My gosh, man. It's like, okay, I get it. The Easter eggs here, Easter eggs there. Throw the monkey in the stupid fire. Upgrade your Wonder Wop, do a 720 360 YY ladder stall scope, and fucking shoot it at the moon. And, man, it's goddamn so crazy. I think really, I think with Black Ops 1, I do sort of enjoy, or I shouldn't say sort of, I did enjoy Kino and 5 and Ascension. Where it really sort of went downhill for me was with, I'm not sure which one came out first, if it was Moon or Shangri-La. It was whichever one of those came first is when it really started going downhill for me, because at that point you had to start working so hard to get, all the bare essentials. You have to turn on the power, and, you get this battery and charge it with a player, and, refund doors, and then you go to Earth, and then you get your Juggernaut, and then you go back, and it's just so it's like a damn puzzle game at that point as to what you have to do. And, compared to this, you just open a couple doors, turn on the power, and that's all you got to do. Turn on the power, and everything's easily accessible. Just was not the case as it went on. I remember getting yelled at in my Shangri-La video, like the first time I hopped in. I recorded like my first playthrough on Shangri-La, and it's like, oh, Bruce doesn't know that the pack of punches right there, you gotta stand on the statues, bro. He doesn't know that the pack of punches open, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna yell real loud, bruh. It's, oh man, what a pain in the ass. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, like, as far as zombies go, it is easily by far one of the most popular things I've ever done for my channel. You know, the Zombie Slayer, you know, carries a bunch of noobs. Zombie Slayer teaches you how to get to round 40 on Doris and on Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead was it was an alright map too. But I mean, at that point, you know, the formula just sort of got boring on me, and you know, the player base, I guess, sort of got better as well. So, you know, what my favorite times playing zombies are, you know, going, you know, playing with three real terrible people, and you know, seeing how long I can survive. You know, those are always fun to do for me. And actually, I think my fondest experience playing zombies was Shinonuma with randoms. I think we made it to like round 18, and with like 4-player co-op, I think back in the day, that was really, really impressive, like for sure. And it was just, I mean, we were communicating up a storm, you know, laughing, having a good time, you know, actually moving around, you know, moving with the box, you know, we had our teamwork, you know, it's like, hey, you know, the end, go grab the windows, like, all right, I got this, you know, you cover the front, you got the ray gun. It's like, oh god, I'm out of ray gun ammo. You know, someone else has to cover the front now. Man, those are some good times. And it's also funny as time goes on, people are communicating less and less on these multiplayer games. Like in Last of Us, the only people who talk are people who are annoying and have accidentally left their mics on. And communication in a game like Last of Us would go a very, 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 very long way. Like, oh my god, probably could have won so many more. Probably would save a lot of frustrations. Like, hey, you know, Toolman, there's a guy behind you. Turn the fuck around. But that doesn't really happen anymore. Blame the advent of party chat. It's all their fault. Yeah, it's just, you know, maybe at the end of the day, I just ended up getting tired of zombies, and, you know, that's true for anyone really doing anything for a prolonged period of time, is eventually you get tired of it, and at the end of the day, what the zombie strategy is, you know, you get good weapons, you get Juggernaut, you start running in circles, and that is definitely true for, definitely the case with, you know, even Nazi zombies, which I do enjoy a lot more than, you know, any other zombies out there. But also with Nazi zombies is it does have that added layer of difficulty that did not exist in Black Ops 1 and I think as far as I can tell Black Ops 2, but I didn't really play Black Ops 2 zombies too much. I just played the transit map. I didn't really like that. I mean, you work so hard for just the bare essentials, and it's like, what's the fucking point? You know, just give me a regular co-op game. I'm gonna be trying this hard. Want me to fucking make it like 15 rounds without Juggernaut, which, you know, I can do that. It's just I don't want to. I want my Juggernaut here and now. And maybe I'm a hard person to please. I couldn't tell you. I'm crazy. Maybe even I don't know what I want. With Nazi zombies, I mean, the zombies, they have that sort of vacuum effect. You know, if you get caught, you are sucked in, and they do the double swipes, and man, once they suck you in, they do not let you out. So, added layer of difficulty, and don't forget Verrucht. Oh my god, Verrucht with their fucking crazy zombies that are sprinting at you at like 20 miles an hour. My god. Those zombies are goddamn terrifying. And as with the like newer maps, there always seems to be a sort of strategy that you can employ that would like guarantee, you know, success into the later rounds, where I feel I probably actually shouldn't be here. I have not linked the teleporter. You know, I think I'm just gonna camp up here. Why not? Tried and true method, right? Camp the catwalk. That's how we do.
Hi, I'm Dempsey, and you are dead.
Always just seemed to be a real cheesy strategy, and, you know, zombies, I've never made this any secret. Like, I don't really have the patience to go into the far rounds, because it just becomes monotonous and tedious. You know, things are taken like, you know, fully upgraded Thompson to the face, no problem. And, you know, once it gets to that point, like, what the hell's, like really, why? Why bother? And actually thinking on that, I remember playing or doing my guide for Darius with the to the 40 rounds, and that's posted on Machinima, and people were yelling at me like, "Why are you passing up the ray gun for the flamethrower? You're such a noob!" And this is like just after I had explained why I did what I did. It's like, motherfucker, do you listen? I said, you know, one of the biggest problems with zombies, one of the biggest problems any player is ever going to run into zombies is the lack of ammo, and the flamethrower solves that problem. You can only have so many weapons in zombies, and you know, I know you can do the glitch to get 3 guns, but you know, let's say you don't know the glitch, especially if you're solo. Realistically, what you're going to run is the Wunderwaffe, and something else. So you're choosing whatever that may be, you know, PPSH, Browning, ray gun, MG42, upgraded Thompson, you know, whatever. You know, it's Wunderwaffe and one other thing, and that one other thing may as well be something that does not run out of ammo. And, you know, once you start getting up there in rounds, things start taking too many shots to kill anyway. So Wunderwaffe, you gotta have that. You gotta have the Wunderwaffe because it kills everything instantly. And the flamethrower, I mean, I explained this all in the video, and these people still yell, like, "Yeah, you're such an idiot for using the flamethrower." Blah. Fucking morons. And once you get up there, the only issue is points, and most of the things you're killing anyway is going to be killed with traps. And you need to keep that point flow up. You need to keep that point flow up in order to keep these traps going, and to ensure that you have points so that you can teleport, so that your ass is not getting stuck, you know, backed up on the catwalk and, you know, trying to run circles. And, you know, with these old zombie maps, well, I guess with the exception of, well, actually, even to some extent, Shinonuma, I mean, realistically, you know, running a circle on these old Nazi zombie maps is really not the wisest idea, because these areas are not as open as they were as the series went on. Well, they were not as open, and the zombies were a lot more deadly too, for sure.
Don't fuck with a Marine.
I should probably work on linking everything now.
Ice and dice, baby.
Any more runners, or is this the last bunch? I mean, like, you can run a circle like in here to some extent. You can run a circle out here. I've only tried running circles out here solo, or not solo, but in 4-player co-op. I've never actually tried to do it solo. I think even if I tried, I'd probably get wrecked, and I'm not going to try it here because I really don't want to die and start over from the beginning. That's not what the Zombie Slayer does. He's going to stick to what he knows. And maybe if we get to that point, you know, sort of teleport, do our thing until the teleporter glitches out, or maybe I zap myself with the Wunderwaffe and end up losing Juggernaut permanently, which also sucks. But you really couldn't run circles in Nazi zombies too much, and especially in Nachtder und Toten and Verrückt. I mean, those maps were a little bit too narrow to be try to do anything fancy. And you could do it in Shinonuma, but you could really only do it in Shinonuma because I think there was a set amount of zombies that would spawn, and the amount of ammo you would get with the Wunderwaffe, and then you could use the Flogger as well, would be enough to carry you to a dog round. And I think the dogs by that point, I don't think they gained more health. I'm not sure. Maybe they did. But with Shinonuma, the number of zombies that spawned did not increase, so you could really abuse that fact, you know, with the Wunderwaffe and the traps and all that sort of stuff. And you can get to, you know, however later of a round you wanted until you sort of got bored. I think the highest round I've ever been to was like 76, and I said, well, you know, I think I'm good with that. I'm done. Trying to progress here, so yeah, Shinonuma you could do circle stuff, but that's because you know, the amount of zombies that spawn did not increase as the waves go on, like it did with Darius. And then with Black Ops 1, you know, they made the zombies a lot easier to maneuver around. They didn't suck you in. They didn't double swipe as furiously. And I think you could pretty much run a circle Yeah, I mean, you could run a circle in this room on the Black Ops 1 zombie engine. Well, maybe not in here. This might actually be a little too small. But, well, running a train in here in Black Ops 1 is a lot easier on Black Ops than it is on Der Riese. I mean, you gotta... I mean, one little mistake, and you're done. Black Ops 1 is a lot more lenient. That's probably why I like Nazi Zombies a lot more too. Plus, you know, Tommy gun, and everybody loves Tommy gun in World War II. World War II is pretty cool stuff. I probably shouldn't hit that music Easter egg. I don't want to get copyright, bro. So yeah, that's zombie stuff. I think I have enough time to make it back.
Too bad there's not a hot sounding chick counting down those numbers.
Without opening that door. I think there's enough time. I like to keep that door closed. Actually. I might make it. I don't know. Yeah, I think I will. I'm good. So, moving on. Next time. This is something that's actually been fucking bugging me lately. Especially since I've been playing Last of Us multiplayer. I got some gripes with the way people are doing matchmaking these days. And this has been a problem since like Call of Duty 4. And the way I'm fairly 99% sure this is how they do it. The best player gets put on the team with all the shitty players in order to balance the teams out. You know, let's say for instance the best player in the lobby rates a 10, and then you know you have a couple of guys who are above average, below average, and just have your 4s and 5s and 6s. And then, of course, you have your bottom of the barrel, guys who don't know what they're doing, playing drunk, playing without hands, blasted, wasted out of their minds, your 1s, your 2s, and your 3s. And in my experience, it just seems like what they're doing is the best player gets put on the team with the shitty players. And if you've been keeping up with my Last of Us multiplayer videos, it seems like if I'm not getting, close to 15 downs a game, I am having a very, very, very rough time winning. It's like I have to try so damn hard in order to pull out a victory. And to some extent, I can understand why they. I shouldn't say it's to some. I understand why they do it. You can't have one team severely dominating. You have to make an effort to balance it somehow, and averaging out potential skill is one way to do it. It's just I feel. Where I'm at as a player, I feel like I'm getting the shaft, really. This is especially true in Titanfall. They've actually finally got their, matchmaking and team shuffling issues down to a point, at least as best they can at this point in the game's life cycle. And they do exactly, what I just described. They'll put the shitty players with the best player and, hope for the best. And before they finally got their matchmaking all squared out, before they got the matchmaking all squared out, I was at like an 89% win-loss ratio. 89% win percentage. And after the change, it's now actually down, I think, to 81, if not 80. And I lose a lot more games these days than I did in the past. That's really frustrating to see, especially when it's really not through any fault of your own. I mean, like, the worst way I feel like anyone can lose is like, you do everything right, but it's still not good enough. Like in Titanfall, if I'm not getting like 120-point attrition games, I'm losing, and so you don't know what that really is. That would be equivalent to like getting, I'd say, probably 40, 45 kills in a game of TDM in Call of Duty with the 75 kill limit. That's what it is, and that's what it would be in comparable terms to Titanfall. So to sort of give you an idea if you've never played that game. And it's just so frustrating. I think the highlight of my night last night in Last of Us was just seeing like everyone on my team just sprinting out into the open when the enemy team has set up,